Okay, we're back out here at the proving grounds again. I'm gonna bike in this time. I got the Bikepacking ready, extra water on there. I got a backpack on. I got the 70-liter pack on. It's not all the way full, thankfully, but it is little heavy to be riding on a bike with a bike. So, but we'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Taking the road in here. I'm not sure how much video I'm gonna be able to get because I forgot my tripod, so I'll get what I can. It's just gonna be a quick overnighter, one night. So do have some rain coming in. It's gonna be interesting to see how dry I can stay with the rain and the wind, because I'm in the hammock. Tarp's not exactly big, it's a 9x9, so it's not a lot of extra coverage on the hammock, but we'll see. It rained the last time I used it out here and was fairly windy. I thought it was going to be cold though this time, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Like 60, low 60s. So we'll see. I guess if you guys see this video, you know that I didn't die. So I'll catch up with y'all in a bit. There was just a deer right down there. And as soon as I pulled out the camera, it started to take off. I was hoping another one would come by. Guess not. So that's the last little bit of the trail going in. I cut through one of the side trails. I took the shorter of the two and stayed on the road because the mosquitoes were freaking really bad. They were really bad. It's the thing about Florida. Mosquitoes are pretty much always bad. They never really go away, to be honest, unless you get a couple of really cold freezes. But just passed two guys. Someone said they saw a bear a little bit ago, and then I saw that deer, and then they said they saw a whole bunch of deer yesterday. And right as I came up on them, they said they heard something go off into the woods. Figured it was probably like a pig or a boar or a doe or something. So anyway, we'll catch up with y'all in a bit. Peace. This part of the trail gets pretty muddy, as you can see. Hopefully I can make it without stepping in the mud. We'll see. Well, I'm on the other side. I did not make it without getting wet. Actually, the water dropped off to about a foot deep in the very first puddle and got me all soaked. And it was hard to pedal, of course. So I just went ahead and ended up having to walk most of it because it's so muddy. This is actually not even that bad. This is the more mild section. The length of the mud there is probably at least 4 or 5 times the length of this right here. What you see, it's a pretty good stretch. It's pretty deep, pretty muddy. So anyway, got all the grass and weeds out of the bike spokes, retied my shoes, they came untied with all that, going through all that stuff. My feet are soaked, water's cold, but after a few minutes, actually it's not that bad. Once you get out of it, it warms up pretty quick. But yeah, I didn't get a whole lot of film of camp. We had some hunters showing up trying to duck hunt, and didn't get a lot of sleep last night. because of the hammock setup wasn't the best. That's the way we're going there. There just wasn't any good trees. I wasn't able to get a good setup, and there's too much stretch in the hammock, the limbs, and I had to use some paracord to make the length, and there's just too much stretch. I ended up just barely hitting the ground, which made for a pretty uncomfortable night. And then of course had those hunters showing up at like 5:30 in the morning. Wasn't real enjoyable either. So kind of got up, made breakfast, made some coffee, broke down camp, and got on the trail. So yeah, we'll catch up back with y'all in a little bit. Well, this is the end of the trip. Like I said, I didn't get a whole lot of video. It's a pretty short trip. I mean, right now it's only like 10 o'clock in the morning. So in and out pretty quick. We did get some rain last night, and I stayed pretty dry overall. Pretty good. I just got like a little bit of mist blown under onto the hammock and onto some of the gear to make it just a little bit damp, mainly because there was so much stretch in the hammock and the paracord and the limb and all that I was on, that it was really high, and then when I got in it was like on the ground, and so the tarp was a bit higher from me than it should have been. It should have been, I should have been like 2 feet higher, at least 1.5 feet higher. Would have been ideal, but when you're spanning 30 feet or so, 25, probably 25, 30 feet, I mean, that's what you're gonna get. So it is what it is. At least I stayed mostly dry, because it got actually pretty chilly this morning, and it would have been a little rough for sure. It was definitely, the last few hours I was starting to get chilled. I didn't end up bringing a blanket. I just had like a hoodie and obviously a shirt under there, and then long pants and socks on. And then I meant to bring a blanket, but I ended up not. Would have been nice to have there the last couple of hours. It was getting a little bit cool, Sun came up about 6, so it started being light out about 6:15. Probably about 3:30, it started getting a little chilly on my back and stuff, because I don't have an underquilt or anything like that. So anyway, yeah, if any companies want to sponsor for a underquilt or something like that, that would be awesome. Or any type of gear, or like meals, like Packet Gourmet or anything, absolutely, I'll try them out. I'll review them. I'll let you know, and I'll definitely show them on the channel. Take care. God bless. Appreciate y'all coming along. Until next time, we'll see you later.